What it do, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. And for today's video, as always, I'm trying to bring balance not only to my life but to you guys as well. And today we are going to actually be shopping my stash, specifically my Natasha Denona palettes, to recreate or kind of be inspired by the color scheme that I saw in a more recent Morphe palette. Now, me personally, it's a very rare occurrence for me to actually pick up anything from Morphe. No disrespect, but when I had really picked up from the brand, there was nothing overly exciting about the products, and then it just got to, there was a lot of stuff going behind the scenes that I just didn't even want to be affiliated with, even as something as simple as purchasing from the brand, if we're being very frank. Anyways, I decided today that I was going to take the time to shop my collection to see what products I could use for my Natasha Denona palettes to create a very similar color scheme, or just to use the color scheme that I saw and be inspired by it. And so I created this color scheme and I'm really enjoying it. I'm having so much fun. I was able to create the look today that you guys see on my eyes. And yeah, if you're interested in seeing how I created the palette, how I created this look, anything and everything between, let's just get into it. And if you need timestamps, check out down below. Alrighty, let's get into it. Hey guys, so like I said in the intro, this is yet another video of me kind of trying to use things that I already have to talk myself out of products that I don't necessarily need, but I'm just intrigued and inspired by. And I think that's something that I'm going to try and get myself to understand more in this future, is that sometimes you can be inspired by a product and not actually have to pick it up. So I decided that it would be really cool to see if I could create, like I said, a very similar color scheme by all of my Natasha Denona palettes. These are only the ones that are removable. I do have both sizes, so the small and the bigger size pans in right here, and of course I have my most recent one that I picked up, which is the Metropolis, and I think this will actually be really helpful. I don't necessarily know how I'm going to do this, and unfortunately I do not have any of these labeled, so this is going to be a bit of a chore, not only to do but also to then kind of rearrange. I think I might just go ahead and actually order a label maker, because I'm finding that this is something that I'm doing a lot of and it would just be helpful for me in the long run. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. The point of this part of the video was for me to truly just talk about the fact that I'm going to be opening up each palette and seeing if there's any shade that I think would work for kind of my recreation of this palette that's on the screen. This is a new release from Morphe Cosmetics, and although I am very interested by the color scheme, I don't necessarily believe that it's going to be the best quality, and I personally don't like to return products that I pick up. So I try to make sure that the product is going to be something that I'm going to actually get use out of and actually truly enjoy. So that's the long and the short of it. I am just going to go speed this up and also, you know, get some nice music in the background so that you guys can see obviously me shopping the stash of my Natasha Denonas, but you also don't have to be here for the length of time it's going to take me to do this video. So I will come back and talk to you guys after I've kind of figured out some shades, and yeah, we'll just kind of go from there. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so as you saw, I went through and kind of just shopped the products that, like I said, I already have. These are all the shades that I pulled. It's interesting, the palette is not only green and pinky, but there's also some blue tones, and I think my palette is just going to be very interesting to see what it looks like. These are the shades that I felt Natasha provided in the palettes that I have, that could be used to kind of get similar eyeshadow looks as I would be able to get with the Morphe palette. And so I'm just going to kind of build the palette. As I said before, I don't have the shades on the back of this, and I also don't have an empty shell, so we're just going to use this empty magnetic palette that I had just laying around, and I'm just going to kind of create a color scheme, and then from there I'll probably swatch, and hopefully I have the time to not only just swatch but also to put the names of the shadow and kind of what palette it came from on the bottom of the screen, so that you guys can know and see if you can maybe create a very similar or your own form of color scheme based on what you have at home. So yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling and we're just gonna kind of create something. Okay guys, so I was gonna take out the dark green because I felt like these two shades were very similar, but they're different textures, so what the heck. And this is my own little palette. In this palette we have, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I didn't do really well with decompressing from the Morphe palette. Okay, hold on. Let me break down some of these shades because I don't need all of these shades, right? Let's see. Okay, I'm failing a little bit when it comes to not damaging my shadows, but I think I like this color scheme a little bit more. It's a little bit more curated. So now we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 shadows that I think incorporate what their 25 or 35 pan eyeshadow palette. I don't actually know. But yeah, what I'm gonna do is just swatch them all on my arm. I am gonna zoom out so that you guys can actually see my arm. I'm gonna swatch them. Like I said, I'm gonna have the name of the actual shade and the name from the palette so that you guys can know. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Give me 1 second. Alrighty guys, so that's it for the swatches. I did think it would be kind of fun to do an eye look with this palette. So it'll be interesting what I come up with. I'm excited, and let's just get into it. Hey guys, so it is super like doom and gloomy kind of outside today. But at the same time, I think this is decent lighting for me, so we'll go with it. Yes, there's something weird going on with here. Just go with it. Just go with it. Today, as primer, I used the Clarity Cosmetics primer. I'm still kind of trying to get my thoughts, but I kind of know them. So we're just going to go with it for this look. And once again, this is the palette. I really like it. I feel like it's unique, at least for me. So I'm going to start off with this baby right here. This is kind of the lightest kind of lavender lilac-y shade, and I'm just gonna kind of work her in this inner corner up. As you can see, I did not do a brow bone highlight at all today. I don't know, I just didn't feel like doing it, so I didn't. And hopefully I have the time to put the shades that I'm actually using on the screen. Once again, like I said, I just don't have the names on the eyeshadows, or I would tell you guys right now. But I just kind of really want to play and just have some fun today. I am going to be going out, so can't be too reckless of a look, but you know, whatever. I don't really care if people stare at me. People stare at me regardless, because I look like a teenager, but I'm a grown woman. Okay, so I'm using a random NYX Cosmetics brush. I don't really know. We're going to keep going with it. Then I think I want to work. I really love this greeny shade. So we're going to go with this. And I think this is Vert from the Tricolor palette. I hope that is the right Triochrome palette. I think that's the name of it. I don't know. So super different shadows, giving very, very different feels, but I'm liking this aesthetic right now. I also have a clean Refer 13 brush, so let's see how I can make this dirty. I think I'm gonna go with one of the two deepener shades. These are both Natasha Denona's cream to powder formula, and so this is a green, so let's stick with the one that's more greeny toned than the blue one. So I'm gonna go into this one over here. And like I said, I'm using a Refer 13 brush. And I'm really, really liking this a lot. Oh my gosh, I'm liking that. It's crazy, it's funky, but it's working. It is working. It is windy outside today. Okay. I don't know why I didn't zoom in. So I just zoomed in. I'm sorry. And I'm just kind of going back and forth, just perfecting the blend that I want between these two shadows. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So I have my lid shade that I can do. And I could do something kind of expected or something unique. I have 1, 2, 3, and that's a no 1, 2, 3. I only have 3 shimmers, which makes sense for me. I do prefer a lot of mattes to shimmers. I kind of want to play with this. It's like a bluey purpley shade, and I kind of want to play with this. These are the two I'm feeling like doing. So I'm gonna go into the bigger one, and this is going to be my lid shade. Prepare to be sick of me. Prepare. This is gorgeous. Okay, and then I'm gonna take I have a pencil brush. This happens to be the Eddie Funkhauser pencil brush, and then I'm gonna go into this one right here, which looks nudish, but I'm pretty sure it has like a green kind of undertone to it. And yeah, I can see the green undertone from here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh my gosh, I love this look. Very simple, but it combines colors that just work in a weird way. I feel really pretty. Wowzers. Okay, so I need to put on a liner. I need to put on the rest of my cheek products. I only have bronzer, concealer, and foundation, and I set it, of course. So I need to basically finish up my whole face. So I'm gonna do that off camera, and then I'm gonna come back to show you guys the finished look. I needed this. I needed this pick me up. I'm happy. Okay, let me go do the rest of my makeup. Give me 1 second. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look. And like I said, this was a little pick-me-up that I actually really needed. It looks like it's about to storm, so maybe the grocery store is not going to be the move, because I already don't like going to the grocery store. And then the added bonus of rain is just not hitting the spot correctly, so I'll put that off until tomorrow. Anyways, I'm really enjoying this look. I think it was a lot of fun, not only shopping my collection using a formula that I have just grown to really enjoy, which is from Natasha Denona. I also was able to use some shadows today from a very recent purchase, which is the Metropolis palette, so I'm very happy about that. But ultimately, your girl is happy that I was able to save some money and not pick up another product. You guys will see I haven't done too much shopping this month, but I have done some shopping, right? I have done some shopping, and I also received quite a few things that I had picked up previously or pre-ordered previously. And so for me, when I can talk myself out of something, I'm gonna try to, and this was just something that I could talk myself out of. Morphe isn't a brand that I really tend to want to affiliate with all that much, so I'm happy that I was able to kind of step back and think about it before actually making the purchase. But I must say, this is a really pretty look. I would love to see and hear if you guys picked up the Morphe palette. If you are enjoying it, let your girl know. If you decided to pass on it as well, do you have maybe the Angelica Nyquist Hella palette that has a very similar? Yeah, I would love to just talk to you guys down below about any and everything. As always, I hope to see you guys in my next video, which may be in a couple of days. I don't really know when I'm posting this. It kind of just depends on how much filming I get done over the weekend, because I do have this weekend off, which is really, really exciting to decompress and kind of get ready for another work week, you know? So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. So yeah, bye guys.